Hey there, Scorpio. It's Jen here. I'm doing your reading for June 2021. So take a quick look at the moons on June 10th. There is the new moon in Gemini. We are in Gemini for most of June, and then we move into the sign of Cancer. And on June 24th, well, let's not fuck around, Scorpio. Get the tower out. So I'm already talking about moons, this could be relating back to the Sagittarian full moon at the end of May, which was so that May 26th full moon, supermoon, lunar eclipse. I'm actually taping this before, what's the date today? It's May 15th. Because I'm seeing this, the Queen of Wands to me is Sag, and the Tower. And this is breaking down barriers, breakthroughs, seeing what is sustainable. It's something was coming to a breaking point and it broke. So whether this is one of those fights that happens with couples that just, they've been tiptoeing around things for so long because they just didn't want to. Because they knew it would kind of, it's like, I'm sorry, one of those conversations that everyone's been avoiding because they know it could blow things up. And it doesn't mean they're done. But it shows that the way you've been approaching things or doing things, probably communication, maybe one person doesn't feel listened to, or maybe one person blows their top. That's not fun if you have someone with anger issues. But there's going to be this is coming out very matter-of-factly. Someone will state their case. And it's like one party will want the other one to be very, well, why? Explain yourself, just wanting to sort of, if you're hurt especially, just fight. And the other person, it seems like, is just sort of saying, they're sticking to the topic, to the subject. They're not allowing, how fights always start about one thing and someone else is like, well, but you did this, this, and this. So, like, how dare you? There's a little bee in here that I kind of wanted to show, but I'm just making a mess. So I feel like if it's going to show, oh, good Lord. I'm just making a mess now. I don't know if bees are of any significance to you. Can you even see it? No. I just went through all this trouble to move this fucking bee and I can't even see it. Focus, Jen. Yes, someone's not going to get defensive. Or, I guess it'll go either way. Either they won't get... I feel like the person... you're not going to get sucked into fighting. It's like you're going to stay on point, stay on task, not react, which I think could be almost a little eerie. Like the person maybe is hoping you do that in some way because it will shift the focus. I don't know. Now, the other thing that the tower could be, so I could see it in a work situation where, like, maybe this has happened to me more than once. Employer offers you more responsibility and says, well, you have to do it now, but we'll be putting through an upgrade in your position and a raise and all that stuff, and it doesn't come through, and it's just like something all of a sudden becomes very clear to you, very clear, and you're just like, I'm I'm going to, if you're not going to come through with what you promised me and I'm doing the work and taking on the responsibility and keeping my word and you're not, then I'm out. And yeah, I just see you really accepting something and not, I feel like you're going to feel really good about it because you're just going to be like, you know what? That person isn't going to change, or that situation isn't going to change, and I'm going to stop. You know, there are some things, this could be the gym you go to, or this group of friends, or this relative, and you're just like, I'm not going to engage. And again, this could have been that, so at the end of, with this fire, all this fire, and this may be related to Gemini, because Gemini got similar fire energy. At the end of on May 26th, we had that full moon lunar eclipse, supermoon, right? I think I already said that, but so now coming into June, like I feel like this will already have happened. And then coming into June, let me get my other, I'm going to pull some Hanson Robbers deck. You have your new moon, so you really get clear about what you want. And by the end of June, you're already on, working hard, on to the next thing. Like this really isn't going to slow you down. And I do feel a bit of a sense of, yeah, this was a long time coming, and it's best now that it's out in the open and we've discussed it. And again, I think it's going to go, and here we have the Five of Rods. There had been fighting or competition, just weird vibes. Like when the Five of Wands shows up for a career, for your job, you know, you just have like that one busybody, that one person that's always stirring the pot. And I feel like you're just either going to stay above it or move on, and probably move on from the Chariot. Yeah, the Tower though, with the Chariot, the situation, it's not like it happens. Wow, you're definitely walking away from something. The situation doesn't happen and you make a knee-jerk reaction. It motivates you to take action, because the Chariot it's figuring out where you're going and putting your coordinates and your GPS and staying the course. It's intentional. Whereas in the past, maybe you had it had been more of just a reaction, like, oh, I don't like this job. This job's available. I'm just going to take it. I think you definitely have more of a plan. Maybe you've been planning this for a while, but you're really clear on where you want to move going forward. And the Eight of Cups does show walking away from a situation where you had poured a lot of your heart and soul into it, and it's just not, you just don't have any more to give. You're just like, I can't keep giving to this if I'm not getting my cups full. But it's, the Eight of Cups, there's two sides to it. There's the side where it's a, bittersweet, a bummer that this thing that you've put a lot of time and energy into isn't going to work out. But at the same time, it's a new adventure. It's a new beginning. You can now create and manifest what you want. And yeah, you're making a plan. So I don't know. I feel you're going to move forward very quickly. So it's almost like you've been waiting for the timing. And now that the timing is right, it's like, yeah, let's move forward. I knew that wasn't right for a long time. And it feels good to sort of have a good cry, or you realize something sort of disruptive happens, like your boss gets fired or something, and you're like, whoa, what does this mean? But then you're like, wait a minute, my boss sucked. Now I don't have to deal with my boss. So I think very quickly you're going to see, and that's a very optimistic Sagittarian mindset, is like, well, but there's an opportunity here. Let's just move forward and be positive and see where this adventure takes us. All right, Scorpio. So, did I say Gemini at some point? I hope not. Sometime I just done Gemini, so I know this is for Scorpio. And I hope you have a wonderful June. Take care.